Previously on The Created. Leaving the Sortino home, Viktor and Lashana rush outside to see the mysterious creature sprinting down the street, carrying some strange wooden container on its back. It looks almost like a barrel of some kind that it's roped together onto his back. He runs to a crossroad and then immediately darts to his left. I'm going to say it should affect your initiative, because you're exhausted, so of course it should. You're tired. So, alright, so his initiative order, initiative roll will be at disadvantage.
Critical fail.
Oh, critical fail right from the get-go. Damn. A 1. It's the deck of many things. That means we have our first skull. Sounds easy enough. No! It's a critical fail again! Oh, this poor guy. Alright, critical fail, so what does that mean? Oh, is he going to take more damage? He's just going to knock himself out. You collide with something hard. Okay, so... Oh, Jesus. 1d4 bludgeoning. I mean, with a critical fail, you're taking a full 4. I don't even need to roll. So you're down 3 then. So as the mysterious man is sprinting down the street, past all the town lights, some townsfolk that are packing up, look up and are shocked at what's sprinting towards them. And he narrowly dodges out the way of like an old man who's packing up his shop, turns around in error to see, you know, how close Viktor and Lashana are, to see them very close by still. He then turns to look back in front of him to see like the large wagon of fruit and veg directly in front of him. And he's like, "Oh no!" as he slams into it, somersaulting over the top. Fruit and veg fly everywhere, all across, like blocking Viktor and Lashana. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's as far as you can go. Because Victor's in the way. Alright, mysterious man now. Any difficulties? No complications. Okay. 10, 15, 25, 30, 10, 15, 25, 30. He made it. Boom. As he darts into a nearby building. Viktor. Any difficulties while you give chase? It's a different. Well, it could be the same guard. An overzealous guard. So the guard has, after seeing them sprint down, knowing the street's more like down from the back of his hand, he's actually gone down this way to try and catch everyone. But as he gets down here, the mysterious man's already gone past, and Viktor is just about to go past. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and then that'll be 40, I'll do his rolls in a minute. It's just to see if he gets hit in the face. 40, 50, 55. And he's going to need to do some checks here because I don't believe... Well, actually, he's been hot on his tail the whole time. Hard to say... No, I think he would have seen. He would have seen where the mysterious man went. Because you're thinking if this was real time, then he would have been like hot on his tail the entire way round and seeing him dart into the building. So we'll see. We can say that he's made it. Right, the overzealous guard again. It's like, hey, stop that! Halt! And he was gonna swing his weapon out again. With a 10, not enough. He swings the spear down low and kind of stabs it into the ground just to basically create a trip hazard. As Viktor vaults over his spear and continues running. Lashana now. Do you have any difficulties? You do! A large stained glass window or similar barrier blocks your path. Make a DC strength saving throw to smash through the barrier and keep going. So as as the mysterious man and Viktor are just in a dead sprint through all this, and Viktor passing the guard that's trying to stop everyone, and as Lashana gets out of this I don't know what you would even call this area. I guess like a kind of like a back garden area to these buildings. But there's a lot of equipment here. And as she comes down, there is it looks almost like a blacksmith or something, but there's like there's a merchant there who sees the mysterious man and Viktor sprint past him, and he's like, "Oh, that was lucky." As he then moves a sheet of glass, and it ends up blocking this exit here. So as Lashana comes sprinting down, she's now going to have to smash through the glass, as the merchant wasn't expecting a third person to be sprinting down around the corner. Okay, strength check, you need 10 or more. As a saving throw, yes. Okay, normal. 11, okay, just enough. As she sprints forward, using the Naginata as a bit of added protection, and as she is about to make impact with the glass, she thrusts her arm forward just to give it that extra oomph, and reducing much of the impact on herself to try and smash the glass, making it easier, and she successfully does so, smashing a very beautiful stained glass window, which is going to cost the merchant a fair few penny. As the merchant's like, "You don't really hear what you say. It's like, "You fucking..." Somebody's been working on for a very long time. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so I'll say that they've made it. The back door to this building is open. It's not locked, and they're able to push the door open and go straight through. Viktor and Lashana chase the mysterious man into this rather large building. As they burst through, they begin hearing sounds, but they will be... I'm going to do a perception at disadvantage just to see if they can immediately identify roughly where they could be. And they're going to need maybe like an 18, I think, because their focus is purely on the mysterious man. They're still in mid-chase. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So they run into this large hallway through the back door of the building. They're seeing a few rooms to their right, but a dead center ahead of them is the mysterious man as he darts around a corner, sprinting off, and they hear this man go, "Oh, excuse me, no running. Places, people, places." And they're then going to lose track of him. I'm going to move him just to one side. Unfortunately, I can't make him invisible for you guys. So I'll just move him to one side as he disappears around the corner. Viktor and Lashana still in hot pursuit. They'll run round as the man also seeing these two rush past. He's not going to question them, however. As Viktor and Lashana run round and they begin frantically looking around. These two people here in particular, though, they one of them, like this guy on the right, he puts his finger to his mouth as if to suggest, "Please be quiet." As they then stand around and try to investigate where this mysterious man may have gone. With their low perception, they're not able to really pick up anything immediate. But with the sounds, they are hearing music coming from this area where the two guys are. And the music that's coming through sounds very dramatic. Viktor naturally will do a quick investigation as Lashana is now just trying to catch her breath. She's like, "Can we stop running, please?" It's Viktor. Oh, that's 20! 2 critical rolls and a nat 20! Nice! Viktor is on a mission. Alright. Well, we now need to see. Roll the table for the nat 20. What happens? Does he get any bonuses? Divine intervention! Is this immediate? Or is it a token? In my previous games when I was streaming, it was a token that I could use at any point. I will say for this, as I won't be collecting tokens in a pot. I mean, a lot of these I believe are tokens, yeah. A lot of these are tokens. And he doesn't need, because he's got a nat 20, so he doesn't need Divine Intervention to find where he is, because he's got the nat 20. Alright, so we'll say it is a token. Divine Intervention, token. And I will use what I did before to put tokens aside for myself. Alright, so what this means is now Viktor, or no, me as a player, for these player characters, I can at any point use this Divine Intervention token to call upon the powers that be. I will try to seek help from a deity of some kind. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they will answer. It's not guaranteed. And especially if my character is... If they're religious, then they have a higher chance of triggering, like the deity is more likely to respond. But if they're not religious, then it's less likely for them to respond. So we now have that in the bank to use at any point, a Divine Intervention, which can possibly come in very, very handy. Okay, so Viktor sprinting through, looking around, trying to see where he might have gone, seeing that there's a set of stairs leading up, a set of stairs leading down, and there's a door beside him that is slowly swinging closed with that nat 20, he's able to notice the door in time as the door very slowly closes. I believe actually he'll be hiding. Victor will then immediately come into the room. It won't let me. I need to... Where's wall controls? I haven't put in a door. Oh! That's fine. I can just click and drag. Alright. Viktor and Lashana enter the room. Victor will look around the room, and with his nat 20 he's able to see through. So what he's seeing now as he walks into this room, it is a dark storage room, a very large dark storage room. And in the room there's many items, and all of them seem rather unique in their own way. There's like a fake wooden horse to his left. There's a bundle of like what appears to be like crates specifically designed to look a certain way, with like books on top of them. There's a statue of a knight, but he's able to deduce straight away that this statue is made of very cheap and basic material. Like he would be able to tell that this is not a heavy statue at all. It's not made of marble or anything. And in long rows in front of him and around the room are many different outfits or costumes. He's seeing what looks like dead bodies in the corner. However, he can tell that they're fake. So he comes to the conclusion that there's some kind of like prop storage closet for a show, which then immediately leads him to believe that he's in the Secolo Theatre right now. He's backstage at the Secolo Theatre, as he passes the information on to... Well, no, I don't think he does, actually. I don't think he would immediately pass the information on to Lashana. But he knows that he's backstage in the Secolo Theatre. I will see if Lashana is able to deduce it by herself, though. So let's do investigation check. I say with everything, Frank, you just need a 10 or more. You're able to see. You are at disadvantage, though, because you're tired. A 9. She doesn't know where she's at. Mine's drawing a blank. But she has a suspicion that there's some kind of like performance or theatre that's going on here, but she's like, the name's on the tip of her tongue. She can't remember the name of the theatre. It's just like, oh, what was it again? It was like sock theatre, isosceles theatre, sausage. Wow, what was that name? She's there now trying to remember it. It's on the tip of her tongue. As Victor sees through the costumes and also hearing the whimpering, Victor will move round the corner to see this creature cowering in the corner. Lashana, exhausted and looking around, just trying to catch her breath, and stands in and says, all this running around. Can't you just give yourself up? We've caught you red-handed. And she leans up against the wall and keeps watch of the door. She's actually probably going to move closer back towards the door. And she's just going to keep watch there. Like, if anyone does try to come in, she's just going to close the door on them. But she is allowing like a small bit of light to creep in through the crack of the door, just to keep an eye on people on the other side. Now, cowering before Victor is a horrid, almost eldritch looking creature. Not sure if you can see it well in that corner there. He's part fish, part man, and part something else entirely. But no matter its grotesque and frightening appearance, this horrific-looking humanoid stands terrified of Viktor and Lashana. It breathes erratically like it has just run a marathon.
Please, no hurt me. The dim do nothing wrong.
A low growl rumbles in Viktor as he steps towards the dim.
Why did you kill that innocent girl's father? What? Kill? No. The dim no kill. The dim just got here.
Viktor grabs him by the throat, and I need to do a strength check. 13 or more, as he's going to try and lift Zidim off the ground, holding his throat. And he succeeds. Viktor lifts Zidim off the ground. His feet are maybe just like an inch or two off the ground, as Viktor holds him by the throat. Lashana is able to see what's going on, and she's actually going to move down now, concerned as to what's happening. Seeing Viktor holding him up by the throat and being very rough with him. Viktor!
Don't play games with me, creature. Why did you do it? Money? Revenge? Or just to get your kicks?
Zidim, grasping for air and unable to reply, sees Viktor's crimson eyes flare with bloodlust as Viktor's canine teeth begin to extend, gleaming within the darkness. Intense fear floods Zidim's mind. Without hesitation, Zidim suddenly evaporates in a cloud of smoke. Viktor is furious, tries to grasp at the mist seeping towards the door.
No, 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 you coward!
Viktor runs down to try and catch up, but is then stopped, with Lashana standing in front of him. Viktor, kind of blind in his own rage, he begins to just calm down, and his eyes begin to focus. Only he now stands seeing Lashana in front of him, afraid, pointing her naginata at his throat. Lashana, what are you? Viktor's teeth retract back to normal as he slowly holds his hands up. He goes to place one hand on the blade to gently push it away, but Lashana jabs at him. I said, what the fuck are you? We're going to need a perception check from Viktor. Keep double clicking when it's just the one click. 17. Alright, 17 or more. Oh, success. Whilst being held up by Lashana, Viktor does see the mist through the crack of the door rematerialize back into the creature known as Zidim, and sees the creature scurry away. Lashana, it's a long story. Just know I'm not your enemy. Like, fuck you're not. I bet I was just easy pickings for you, wasn't I? Lost, alone, and exhausted, without any friends in sight. Christmas came early for you, huh? No, that's... Shut up. Lucky for you, I can't sleep, so I've got all night. You're the one who killed Giselle's father, aren't you? You just couldn't resist, blood-sucking parasite like you. I was with you the whole time. You know that's not true. Do I? For all I know, I could have blacked out again, giving you plenty of time to feed and pretend like nothing ever happened. Well then why am I not covered in blood? Why would I waste my time feeding on the innocent when I could just feed on you?
Oh, so you admit it then? You're a vampire. Yes, I am a vampire. Or at least half of one. What do you mean, half? My mother was turned whilst I was still in the womb. I was born into a world that feared me, that hated and despised me all my life. All I saw of my mother was the animal she had become, taking pleasure in torturing the nearby townsfolk, draining them of their blood, spilling it on the floor for pleasure, bathing in it. She killed my father in front of me, chewing into his throat while I stood there, splattered by his blood, paralyzed. She even offered me a bite. We don't want it to go cold, she said. Gonna need a wisdom check from Lashana. 13 or more. Oh, this is an ability check as well, though. It's not a saving throw, so yeah, I was on the right one. Need disadvantage because she's exhausted.
Critical fail.
It's another critical fail. Alright. So we'll roll the thing. I wonder if this might... Let me just double check something. Ooh. Interesting. After making an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw, and I will make it count for this ability throw as well. If you roll a critical 1 on a d20, which she just has, the voices grow too loud to ignore. Voices from the beyond begin to echo in her mind. Roll on the voices from beyond table to determine the effect of the voices. Ooh, alright. This makes things interesting then. Okay, so first up, let us do the forfeit. She gains another point of exhaustion. And this makes sense with what's about to happen as well. Okay. I love how the game just seems to know and just adds a bit more spice to it. Alright. So you see she's at 2 points of exhaustion now. Which means her movement is halved. Yes, her speed is halved. As Viktor shares a bit of his past with Lashana, and explicitly the part where he had to watch his father be brutally murdered by his own mother, who had now become a vampire. Images and shattered memories begin to flicker and bombard Lashana's mind to a point where it's much like PTSD, and like soldiers sometimes have, where they're literally hearing gunfire and explosions when really there aren't any. But she is hearing like just a cacophony of different voices and different memories trying to come through, but they're very short and broken and disjointed that she can't really make out any of the words that are coming through, or really make sense of any of it, that it just gets so too overwhelming for her, and that she ends up feeling very dizzy and drops her naginata to the ground. She's still holding it, but her arm has dropped down as she loses balance for a moment and gets really dizzy holding her head. As I now need to roll for the first time for Lashana, voices from beyond, and this only affects Lashana. Shana, follow my voice. I know you can hear me, Shana. You can
do it. I believe in you. It's okay, Charlotte. I'm here now.
Oh, you are deafened by the voices. Oh, wow. Wow, that means she's not even gonna know anything else that Viktor says. So Viktor still has more of his backstory, but Lashana's not gonna hear any of it. My god, I need to keep this in mind now, that she only heard that first part. She's not gonna hear this next part. Oh, interesting character development there. Wow, okay. Was not expecting that at all. So with the shattered memories and the cacophony of noises coming through, and she's struggling to pay attention and stay focused, but it's drowning out the noise around her. She's able to see Viktor, although the vision does go blurry a little bit, but the voice and the noise that's coming through, all she is hearing is it's not able to hear much, just that he is talking, but she can't understand a single word he's saying. But from Viktor's point of view, she sees her exhausted, which is understandable. She has been sprinting and she was already exhausted. She's not had any sleep in a very long time, so she can see it's really affecting her. And he can also see that the story and him giving a bit of backstory about himself is actually helping the situation from his point of view. So he continues. Eventually I had enough. I was not like her or any of the others for that matter. I could control my urges. I never wanted to be me. I never asked for this. I was born into it. So, I climbed up onto the roof one night as everyone headed to bed. I sat down and I waited for sunrise. I made my peace that day. Only I didn't burn. The sun beamed down upon me for the first time in my life, and I didn't burn. Answer me that, Lashana. Why didn't I die? I'm a vampire after all, aren't I? Viktor's red eyes appear to gently gleam in the dark storage room. But for the first time, I saw the world for what it truly was. And the colors were breathtaking. The sounds of birds and insects, the sounds of trickling water and the wind through the trees. It just holds a different feeling during the day. Away from all the death and the torment. I didn't hesitate to leave that day, and I headed straight towards town. The townsfolk would either accept me as a stranger passing through, or they would recognize me and have me killed. At the time, it was win-win. That's when a naive little boy, he saw me standing just outside of town. We were roughly the same age. I couldn't do it. I was afraid. So stupid. I wanted to die so badly, but I was afraid. Not of dying, but I was afraid that they would reject me. The stupid kid. He walked right up to me and held out his hand. "Hi, I'm Ryan," he said. "Do you want to play?" Out of nowhere, Victor's story is then interrupted by a cacophony of screams. So Lashana's hearing has come back. Just at that opportune moment where his talking is interrupted by screams, and she's confused at first thinking it might be in her head, but as her blood pressure begins to kind of get normal, the headache is gone, the images are gone, and her eyes are focusing back on the room, she's then able to hear that the sounds are indeed coming from this building. And by its sheer numbers, Viktor and Lashana can only deduce it must be coming from the main stage on the other side of the wall. Look, trust me or hate me, something bad is happening and I'm gonna check it out. And with that, Viktor gently, with one arm, pushes Lashana to one side and moves past to leave the room. As Viktor leaves the room, these people here now, that he's understanding whereabouts he is and like what building he's in. He's understanding these are all backstage crew. And they're all pushing past. There's more than like these folk. So these people are like pushing past, going backwards and forwards, and like some are bringing stuff with them. Lashana alone in the storage room now, getting her mind back together, has got her breath back, is a little hesitant at first as to what has happened, and now hearing the screams coming from nearby, understanding that it's a large number of people that need help. She thinks to herself, Lashana, what are you doing? She nervously leaves the room and follows after Viktor, questioning herself as she does it. Well, that's all we got time for today. Oh, little bit of a dispute going on between Viktor and Lashana now that some of the truth has come out. Only Lashana didn't hear it all. There's a lot of things that didn't go according to plan in this, and that's what makes it fantastic. I loved it. Great episode. It was initially just going to be a bit of a lore dump on that episode, but the dice had other plans. Well, until next time, stay good. Don't put jam in a toaster. Don't put squirrels up your bum. And I'll catch you cool cats later. Bye! Viktor's red eyes appear to gently gleam in the dark storage cupboard. It's not a cupboard. Their cupboard is way smaller. Why would they be standing in a storage cupboard? My leg's gone dead. I can't feel my foot. It's gone cold. There it goes. Let's come back again. Bye.